It's Brielle
and Camilla, and welcome to our video on bones.
Tibia and fibula fractures. Transverse fractures like these are caused by direct strikes to the leg, often in auto accidents. Many of these fractures can be treated with casts, but some require surgical treatment with either rods or plates and screws. Supracondylar humerus fracture, elbow region. This fracture was caused by a fall onto a fully extended arm that hyperextended the elbow joint, bent the joint the wrong way. Because the fracture is so close to the joint, it will have to be treated surgically with plates and screws. Clavicle fracture. A common sports injury, this fracture is also the most common injury to a child during birth. Treatment usually involves immobilizing the corresponding arm with a brace or sling.
Now we're going to move on to the types of bone tissue, starting off with compact bone. Compact bone, also known as cortical bone, is dense, hard, and found in the outer layer of most bones. It provides structural support and protection and is composed of cylindrical units called osteones. The dark spot you can see in the center is the Haversian canal. The Haversian canals are a series of microscopic tubes. They allow blood vessels and nerves to travel through the bone, which supplies oxygen and nutrients to bone cells. Going back to this picture, you can see thin, hair-like threads that seem to be stemming out of the center. These are the canaliculi. They assist in eliminating waste, and they allow communication between osteocytes. And in case you're wondering, osteocytes are just another name for bone cells. In this image, you can see the osteocytes look like thin ovals or lines. The function of osteocytes is to maintain bone homeostasis by regulating the formation of new bone. Now moving on to spongy bone. Spongy bone, also known as cancellous bone, is composed of thin plates called trabeculae. Spongy bone functions in bone growth, shock absorption, and providing support. The darker, more sparse areas in this photo are the red bone marrow. Red bone marrow produces platelets, white blood cells, and red blood cells, which carry oxygen to the rest of the body. The larger pink areas are the trabeculae. Trabeculae provide structural integrity while also allowing for flexibility. In class, Brielle and I had the opportunity to look at both types of bone tissue under a microscope. And in this picture of the compact bone, you can clearly see the osteocytes that I mentioned earlier. And then in this picture of the spongy bone, you can see the trabeculae all throughout. Thank you for watching part 1 of our bone tutorial.